Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Beth, here to help you fulfill your potential in meditation. As most of you know, I don't have just one method that I teach to everybody, like one size fits all. Instead, I much prefer to teach people one-on-one. And the reason is that you're all different. So please use these videos as a guideline, and if there's anything that isn't quite working for you or anything that doesn't quite fit, then be in touch and I'll be more than happy to discuss those things with you one-on-one. Today's video is about practicing vipassana on our own vipassana jnana, or on the mind, on the nama that is practicing vipassana. Now, the reason that it's important to do this is because as our vipassana practice deepens, it's possible that we develop a certain type of wrong view. And this wrong view goes something like this. Okay, everything that I'm observing is momentarily arising and passing away. Everything I'm observing is anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanent, suffering, and non-self. But this clever mind that sees everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta, this wise mind, that's me. And so, in order to overcome this type of wrong view, we need to also practice vipassana on the mind that's practicing vipassana. So how do we do this in practice? Well, we can start by practicing vipassana on any kind of materiality, on any kind of rupa, and we can contemplate that rupa as being anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanent, suffering, and non-self. We can then look at the recent past nama, the recent past mentality, until we find the mental process that was contemplating that rupa as anicca, dukkha, anatta. When we find the mental process that was contemplating the rupa as anicca, dukkha, anatta, we can then practice vipassana on that mental process. We can contemplate that mental process also as anicca, dukkha, anatta. So the mind, the nama that was doing the vipassana practice, we also practice vipassana on that. We can then repeat that process for many different types of materiality until we become confident. But we don't need to stop there. We can go a few steps further. So we can practice vipassana on rupa. We can then practice vipassana on the nama that was practicing vipassana on that rupa. But we can then practice vipassana on the nama that was practicing vipassana on the nama that was practicing vipassana on the rupa. So we go back another step. So we find that mental process that was contemplating the rupa as anicca, dukkha, anatta. And then we find the mental process in the recent past that was practicing vipassana on that mental process. We then contemplate the second mental process as anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanent, suffering, non-self. And we don't need to stop there. We can go another step as well. So we can contemplate the mental process that was contemplating the mental process that was contemplating the mental process that was contemplating the rupa. So we can practice vipassana on yet another mental process, chasing back one iteration further. We can continue this process going back 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mental processes back until we become really, really sure, really, really confident that whatever is doing the vipassana practice is also impermanent, suffering, and non-self. It's also anicca, dukkha, anatta. So that's what I have to say today about practicing vipassana on our vipassana jnana. It's an essential part of our vipassana practice so that we can remove any trace of wrong view that we are the clever wise one doing the vipassana practice. It's a technical stage of practice, so if there's anything that's unclear to you or anything that you're unsure of, then be in touch and I'll be more than happy to discuss those things with you one-on-one. But for now, it's time to get off of those screens, get onto the cushions and actually do the practice. There's so much to this world of meditation. It can really be fascinating, so let's not waste time. As most of you know, I do all of my work on a donation basis, so I encourage you to support me either through Patreon or through my website so that I can continue to make these videos. Thank you so much for your support. Wishing you the best with your meditation.